Welcome to Journey to Joy Live, a podcast to promote wellness, resilience, and inspire joy. Be empowered to balance your mental, physical, financial, aspirational, and social health while providing mental health awareness and breaking down the stigma of mental illness in the Black community. I'm your host, Dr. It Joy, and I'm here to help you transform life's challenges into opportunities for joy. Let's begin the journey together. Hello, welcome to episode 142, The Burnout Reset. Listening before your body screams, because it can happen. If you don't rest, your body will make you. Burnout doesn't just make you tired, it can literally make you sick. Sometimes the body speaks what the mind refuses to acknowledge. So if you're not acknowledging you're tired, you're stressed out, then you need to stop and that you need to reset, your body will. What am I talking about? We're talking about burnout and what happens when stress goes untreated for too long, including when it starts showing up in your body physically. So we're going to highlight conversion disorder today. Conversion disorder is a disorder that you don't hear about much. I see it a lot because I'm a psychiatrist, and I especially see it a lot because I do consults for emergency room and inpatient visits. So people who are hospitalized in the hospital, I am consulted as the psychiatrist to see them. So I see conversion disorder a lot. And I just decided, well, wait a minute. Do people know about this? Do you know that stress can literally lead you to a physical, neurological sickness? As you know, burnout is chronic stress without adequate recovery. You just keep going and going and going and going like you're the Energizer Bunny, but you're not the Energizer Bunny. Your body is going to wear out. Recovery isn't laziness. Recovery isn't weakness. It's nervous system depletion when you're burned out. And you don't need to feel like because you're burnt out or because you're stressed, that it means you're lazy or that it means you're weak. It means you're depleted. I've been talking a lot about the nervous system lately because I need you to know that there are things going on in your brain that is leading to you feeling this way. 'Cause, the signs of burnout, emotional exhaustion, irritability, that brain fog, feeling detached, isolated, withdrawn, sleep disruption for sure, that physical fatigue that you just can't improve when you try to go to sleep. You ever have a good night of sleep where you actually go to sleep and you're sleeping, but then you wake up still exhausted because your body and brain weren't sleeping? You're like, well, wait a minute. I laid down for 8 hours. Why am I still exhausted? Burnout, that physical fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, increased anxiety, or increased low mood. So, burnout is these cumulative stress effects, these little baby stressors that just keep building up, or this chronic stress that's going on for a long time. And as I mentioned previously, they got the stress that's prolonging the cortisol elevation, that stress hormone, that sympathetic nervous system is just stuck on the on switch because the sympathetic nervous system should not be stuck on. That fight or flight system should not be stuck on. It needs to be able to turn off at some point. But if it's ongoing, then you've got the raised cortisol levels. The prefrontal cortex is even fatigued. And as I mentioned on previous episodes, that prefrontal cortex helps you with the executive functioning, being able to plan and solve problems and create solutions. And if that is fatigued because you've been going and going and going and going without rest, then the prefrontal cortex is fatigued and not able to solve problems. And of course, inflammation increases, your immune system weakens, and that's what leads to the physical issues that can happen. So when you override your limits long enough, your body stops cooperating and it just shuts down. Sometimes stress doesn't just feel emotional, it becomes physical. And that's where we get into conversion disorder. The way I like to explain conversion disorder to some people, when you think about it, if you had to do a speech in front of 2,000 people, What do you feel? You like your heart starts racing, stomach aches, you got diarrhea. That's like a psychological thing turning physical, right? But in this case, it's not your usual stomach aches, diarrhea, or heart or panic sensation in your body. Conversion disorder is literally neurological symptoms. So it could be like weakness, numbness, tremors, paralysis, literally not being able to move anymore, or speech difficulty. And the tremors literally can look like seizures. You literally can have a focal seizure where it's part of your body, upper body, lower body, or literally a full on seizure that literally looks real. It looks neurological. So they're real, but not explained by a structural neurological disease. So if you actually start getting these weakness, numbness, tremors, seizure-like activities, paralysis, speech difficulty, yeah, definitely go to the ER. Definitely get it checked out. Definitely have a neurologist see you and rule out all the possible neurological issues that could be causing it. They're going to do an MRI. They're going to do a CT scan. They're going to do all those things looking at your brain. Is it a tumor that's causing it? Is it something else that's causing it? Are you having a stroke? Is it epilepsy? Is it a neurological seizure, a seizure due to a neurological region? Are they doing the EEG? I haven't said what EEG stands for in a while. I'm not going to even try, but the EEG are when they put the leads on your head to try to see, is this a seizure that is, are the brain waves being disrupted and leading to a seizure? So once they do all of that and they rule out, no, there's no neurological explanation for this. Oh, you've been under stress? Okay. That's when they come get me. So I come on board and then I see these shakes, these tremors, the numbness, the weakness, the paralysis. It may not be all of it, but it may be one of the things. And I see a lot of this. The patients who are under so much stress, so much ongoing stress or chronic stress, or you've got some trauma that's built up all of a sudden, it was from the past, but you never processed it, or recent trauma, it can lead to this functional neurological symptom disorder, which is conversion disorder. It's not fake. It's not attention seeking. You're not making it happen. That's something else. That's malingering. You're not faking your symptoms. And it's not all in your head. It's literally happening. You're having these convulsions and these tremors. It's happening. It's just the nervous system is overwhelmed. So it literally happens when emotional stress is unprocessed. You think about the balloon. We always talk about like when things build up inside you, you're going to burst. A balloon is like hot air blowing, 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 blowing. Let me just keep moving, 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 moving. Oh, it might be burnt out, but I'm going to keep going and pop. And when you pop, that is what can be these physical symptoms, these physical neurological symptoms. They look like neurological symptoms, but based on stress. The brain is rerouting the stress and distress into physical symptoms. That's the only way it can come out. It's just like you haven't looked at the alarm, the siren going off from the other symptoms of burnout, like the irritability, loss of sleep, feeling down, brain fog. You haven't noticed that as a siren. So the body's just like, okay, I'm just going to reroute this to physical symptoms. Maybe they'll figure that out as a siren of help, help, help. So trauma and chronic stress increase the risk. It often appears in you all who are high achieving and high functioning, over responsible people because you're moving, 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 and not realizing that being everything to everyone at all times is breaking you down and your body is getting ready to scream. So if you ignore burnout long enough, your body could escalate and show you, yeah, this is happening. We need to do something about it. So are you having such symptoms, again, you definitely want to go to the ER and make sure you are ruling out if it's a medical issue. But if you're under a lot of stress and you haven't done anything about it, you haven't had your burnout reset, there is a chance that it could be stress induced. So Journey to Joy Live is always about how you can reset, how you can maintain self care, how you can prevent burnout? And if you have burnout or if you're stressed out, what can you do? Because it's all about what you do. You have control. Be empowered. You're more reactive than usual when you aren't paying attention to those things, when you aren't focused on self care. You're more irritable. You feel numb instead of sad. These are some warning signs, right? You're fantasizing about disappearing. If you're thinking about what would it be like if I wasn't a boss at this job, if I didn't have to worry about parenting, if didn't have to worry about wifing, I just want to just escape and do nothing. Whoa, what's going on? Why are you wanting to disappear? Is there something about your present state, your plate that has too much on it that you're at the point where you want to disappear? Your body hurts without explanation. That's also a warning sign. You dread things you used to manage well. So these early warning signs before you break down is so important because you don't want to wait for your body to scream. You don't want to let that burnout lead to this conversion disorder. So what are the early signs? You're more reactive than usual. You feel numb instead of sad. You're fantasizing about disappearing. Your body hurts without explanation. You dread things you used to manage. So how can we reset? Can we go on a reset retreat every month? Oh, yeah. Now, if you have the means to do that, do it. But burnout reset isn't all about being able to leave and go on a trip every month. But you have to have that day-to-day things that you do for self-care. I work out about 6 days a week. That does it for me. I've been eating more healthier because of my prediabetes diagnosis. And I decided, well, if what I've been doing hasn't been working so far, then I'm just going to try vegan. So, as I mentioned, the last few weeks, I've been trying vegan and I've been feeling really good. And so that helps with stress. I've been less irritable. Why not do the work if it's going to have actual outcome that's positive and leads to your joy? Schedule recovery like it's a meeting. You got this big old agenda, these lists with all the things that you have to get done for the day. Put recovery down there. You need that each day. Block time for rest and protect that for you. Recovery must be intentional. When I talk about your journey to joy, entering that journey looks like that first step towards your joy. So is that penciling in recovery, making sure you protect that time so that you can get it at all costs, so that you will not burn out? Lower your daily nervous system load. Lower your daily nervous system load. What can I stop doing this week that will lower my daily nervous system load? Am I overcommitting too much? Am I multitasking too much? Am I doom scrolling? Is there unnecessary emotional labor? I've mentioned before that multitasking is a nice skill. It's a nice gift, especially for the wife, mom, boss. However, multitasking can increase your stress. And I've mentioned that I've noticed that if I try to send an email or do something work related while the kids are around, I'm automatically going to get increased stress because now I'm ignoring them and now I'm upset with them that they're interrupting when really it should be mommy son time. So why am I starting to do a work email? Stop the multitasking. Multitasking, washing the dishes while cooking, I think I think that's good. I mean, if that increases stress, then maybe not do that. But that works for me. I can multitask while cooking dinner and while getting a glass of water for my son. That kind of multitasking, sure. But when it crosses over different phases of my life or different roles, like the boss role crossing over with the parent role and doing that at the same time, that's difficult. So I am limiting the role multitasking. So what kinds of overcommitment multitasking things can you do less of? So that's key when you are doing your burnout reset. Recovery, Schedule your recovery like it's a meeting. Lower your daily nervous system load. Stop overcommitting. And thirdly, regulate physiology first. Obviously, we're talking about how stress can turn into something physical, can turn into something neurological. So you have to protect your body. 5 minutes of slow breathing, long exhale. Even listen to some music, some Hans Zimmer. That's what I like. Box breathing is great. Breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, breathing out for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds. Walking outside, exercising, getting some sun. It's cold, I know. Getting some type of physical activity, at least 30 minutes a day. Cold water on the face can reset and regulate your physiology. Progressive muscle relaxation. There's a lot of progressive muscle relaxation videos on YouTube, but it really is about regulating and resetting that tension in your muscles that you get with anxiety and with prolonged stress. So tightening each muscle group and relaxing them. It's like retraining the muscles to chill out because they're over here, it's all tensed up. The fourth thing, identify the hidden stressor. Where am I overfunctioning? What boundary am I avoiding? Who or what drains me the most? Burnout is rarely random. What is the stressor? What is the stressor? Number five, don't wait for a collapse to ask for help. You try to do everything for everyone at all times by yourself. Why? What is the thing that only you can do because of you or because of your credentials or because of your job? Only you can do. Oh, that's the thing you need to do. If it's something else that somebody else can do for you because that's their job, role, talent, skill, delegate. If you need therapy, get therapy. If you need a medical evaluation, get that medical evaluation. If you need hormone screening, if it's appropriate, get it. Sleep assessment, get it. Support systems, need it. Seeking care is normal and healthy. Seek it early. Preventative care is the most important and best thing to do rather than reactive care or intervention in the moment. So, if you think you might be experiencing this conversion disorder, when should you seek medical attention? Well, if you have some sudden weakness, seizure like activity, vision changes, these severe neurological symptoms such as paralysis, tremors, like I said, the seizure like activities, you definitely want to go to the emergency room right away because it is a medical emergency, especially if there is a neurological explanation like a stroke or seizures or a tumor. And if it's not, it's still your body telling you there is something wrong. This is stress induced. And the treatment for conversion disorder, the gold standard is therapy and reshifting your routine and your self care and delegating all the things that you try to put on yourself to other people. It's not really a medication. I mean, if you have prolonged clinical depression or anxiety disorder, of course, we can give you a medication for anxiety and depression, but therapy is what's going to help you process that trauma and that stress and help rework what kind of self care routine is going to help you prevent burnout in the future. So, burnout is not a badge of honor. Oh, I'm burnt out and I'm doing everything. Oh, I must be doing something right. No, burnout is not a badge of honor. Collapse is not proof of strength. Like they say, I'm going to work out until I throw up. Oh, I threw up, so I must have been working out good. Okay, maybe that applies to that situation, but not in the case of you collapsing. That's not a proof of strength. That's a proof that you are burnt out and that you need to slow down. And your body breaking down is not success. Reset before resentment, refuel before fracture, restore before your nervous system revolts. Joy requires capacity, and capacity requires recovery. What are you going to do this week to have your burnout reset and to prevent your body from screaming? Thank you for listening. This has been an Enjoy Life production. If you're in a crisis, don't hesitate. Call, text, or chat 988 for immediate support. Please note, this podcast is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional treatment. If you're looking for therapy or medication management through Enjoy Life, visit www.drenjoylife.com to request a consultation. I'm licensed in 13 states. I accept Aetna in Georgia, Florida, and Virginia. Be sure to grab your copy of the Enjoy Note to help you on your wellness journey. Also, check out Inspired Joy for the wife, mom, boss to help you balance it all without losing yourself. Better yet, get the full Joy bundle for just $45. Remember, Journey to Joy Live is every Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, may you continue to transform stress into joy.